I mean, it's super cool, especially seeing all the family out here, and like people who are important in the city, the mayor and the city councilman and stuff like that, being able to recognize me and acknowledge the work that I put in, and just it's really cool for all the support.
You mentioned Mayor Hunter gave you a key to the city. What does that mean to you, to be given a key to the city of Lake Charles, where you're from?
Yeah, I told one of my friends that I thought it was kind of almost crazy, because I feel like most of the people that get a key to the city are, people who do like heroic acts or whatever, save lives and do stuff like that. But I was just out there, being a kid, playing baseball, doing what I love to do, and it impacts people's lives. And so it's really fun to know that what I love doing, what I love, and I've been doing my entire life, is helps impact people's lives, bring people happiness, and so it's pretty cool, yeah.
Coach talks a lot about the fact that you never lost a game here, and you helped win a national championship here, but 1 year ago today you were here and you were getting ready to go to Baton Rouge. Did you ever think you'd have this much success in your first year with LSU?
I mean, being able to contribute to a national championship as a freshman it's humbling. I mean, it's my dream to go play at LSU. It's my dream to win a national championship there. But to say that I didn't have the confidence to go in there and make an impact early, I mean, I'd be lying. I thought that I was going to go in there and from the day one, be a leader, help get the locker room on the right track, just make sure everything was moving in the right direction. And I didn't have to do a whole lot of stuff. We had a locker room full of dudes who were on the same page. So, I just kind of sat back and didn't do a whole lot of anything, let the older guys lead. And, if I felt like there was something that needed to be said that they didn't touch on every once in a while, I would say something. But, I mean, for the most part, every single person in that locker room had the right idea and was in the right mind frame and had all the similar goals. So there wasn't a whole lot that needed to be done other than showing up and competing and doing what I could do on the field.
Obviously, you played a big role in that final game. You got the strikeout. Everyone's running at you. What was kind of going through your mind when you were getting chased for the dog pile?
Yeah, it's a super cool feeling. I dog piled twice here. And the first one I dog piled here, I was in the dugout, and the second one I was on the mound. And, I mean, it's nothing. It's the best feeling ever when you turn and look in your dugout and you see all the boys that you've worked with for the past 10 months. Or for here, I worked on my junior year, we won a national championship, state championship, and I worked with those dudes for 3 years to achieve those goals. And so it's really cool looking over there and seeing all the work pay off and just seeing everybody smiling from ear to ear, people crying, just all the excitement coming out and just flowing out of them. And same thing at LSU. We dogpiled when we beat Oregon State when we beat Kentucky in the Supers, and then we dogpiled when we beat Florida in the national championship. The same thing, just looking at the dugout, everybody running at you, all the excitement. So it's a lot of fun.
You've talked about your confidence. Coach has talked a lot about your confidence. The night before, probably not the outing you wanted, and you give up a home run in your first at bat on Monday night. How did you battle back and able to get the final 6 outs for you guys to? Obviously, you had a big cushion, but how did you battle back?
Yeah, I mean, it's just trusting your stuff. Florida's a good team, right? I'm gonna throw punches. They're gonna throw punches. They have a bunch of good hitters, so going up there and just having belief in yourself. The outing the first day, that day was one of those games where it just wasn't really meant for us to win, right? Everything went right for them, nothing went right for us. So, you just kind of flushed it as soon as possible, got off the mound. The instant that I got taken out of the game, I went and started doing therapy to try to get ready for the next day, help us win the national championship in Game 3, and just completely flushed it. And by the 6th or 7th inning, you could kind of see in the dugout the guys were kind of just reset and moving on. Coach Jay was putting in new guys to get some experience out there, some freshmen, and it was completely playing for Game 3. And so then you come out Game 3, I felt really good in the bullpen getting ready for the game. And just go out there. I threw I think it was a 1-0 fastball on the outer half, and the kid put a good swing on it. A good hitter put a good swing on a ball. And, it happens. Just keep trusting your stuff, competing in the zone, and good things happen.
When I was at the celebration on Wednesday, Paul and Dylan said it took a little while for it to sink in. Has it sunk in, and when did it finally sink in that you're a college national champion?
Well, I've been sick the past couple of days just from my body being so exhausted. coming off of like the national championship high and all of that carrying through, and then my brain kind of just checking out from the season, and my body, and just I'm mentally and physically exhausted. So I mean, I don't know, I guess it's still hasn't fully settled in. I mean, I don't know if you'll ever really understand how big of a deal it was until, I don't know, maybe never, but I mean, it's definitely cool coming back and seeing the people and the support and how much it means to other people.
Like you said, the support, coming back here, seeing everyone with your name on their backs. What is that like to see people wearing your jersey?
I mean, it means a lot. All of my family supported me throughout the year. You know, they all bought jerseys. A lot of fans. What's pretty cool about being number one is that anytime someone buys an LSU jersey and doesn't really have a single person they want to buy it for, the generic number that usually gets number one. So you go to Alex Box and there's a lot of people wearing number one jerseys that may not even necessarily be wearing a Gavin Guidry jersey. It's just an LSU jersey. So that's pretty cool. I talk about it all the time with the boys about how it's just kind of cool seeing number one all over the place. And I mean, it feels really good, all the support from everybody, the fans and the family.
Next year, you batted here and played the field. Is that something you want to get back to, or after this season, the success you had, it's kind of just playing your role and helping the team?
Nah, definitely the goal is to get back playing shortstop and pitching. I mean, we'll see how it goes, but this summer I'm going out and playing shortstop in the summer during summer ball, and then in the fall we're going attacking shortstop, attacking hitting, and seeing what we can do with it. So yeah, the goal is to do both next year.
Next year, is there a prediction? What's your expectations going into next season to try and win number 8?
I mean, I would just say just do what we did this year. You know, we set the goal of winning a national championship, but from day one, we showed up every single day, and I mean, you just work. You know, there's nothing else you can do. You just focus on the day, focus on the task at hand, whether that's, you know, taking BP, taking the best BP rounds of BP as possible, lifting, whether it's, you know, getting the best lift in you can possibly get in, just preparing yourself physically and mentally for the 70-game season of, you know, playoff baseball, just going out there every single day, every single game matters, and just kind of keep the same mindset that we had this year. Just, you know, incoming freshmen get their minds right, and then we have a bunch of dudes returning who have a blueprint just set out for them how to win a national championship, right? So we'll see how it goes next year, but it's just gonna be, I mean, showing up and getting the work done.
Finally, I don't know the exact number, but I imagine it's very few. You won a high school national championship and now a college national championship. What is that like to have success here and then obviously in Baton Rouge?
Yeah, I mean, it means the world. Doing it in high school with guys you grew up playing with your entire life. They're both really cool in their own like aspects and their own things that you take from it. Like I say, in high school, you deal with people you play with your entire life. And then in college, you know, it's the guys that you worked with every single day, going through all the pressure. You know, no one can relate to what I just went through the past 10 months other than the people in my locker room, right? So it's really cool, you know, on a big stage, everybody watching, millions of people watching, 27,000 people in the stands, and a ton of energy. So they're both really, really cool.
What does today mean to you to celebrate Gavin here?
It means what all these kids realize is dreams, playing in the SEC, playing for their hometown team, and winning a national championship and being on the mound. So first of all, so happy for Gavin and his family, but also it empowers and inspires all these young players at Barbe and the little kids to know, hey, that can be me. He gives that hope, you know, and that's what it's all about. Hope that, and if I work hard, I can do what Gavin did.
When we spoke, I believe it was 2 weeks ago, you talked about what it was like seeing him on the mound for the Super Regional. You got the final 6 outs, including the last out was at the bottom of the dog pile. What was that like for you seeing that?
We were just so excited. I mean, we were thrilled. We were ecstatic. All of us were watching it, you know, and he pitched so well. He kept throwing strikes, and I kept saying, Jay, don't take him out, let him finish after he gave up the home run, you know, because I wanted to see him on the mound, and it was great, man. He's a fierce competitor, and you know, he's got the respect of as a freshman, being the leader of the clubhouse or one of the leaders, and said he was, Paul Scheme saying that about him, that says a lot about Gavin Guidry. He's a great teammate, cares, he's not afraid to show his emotions, and he's just, what a fierce competitor.
The night before, probably not the outing he wanted with the Grand Slam, and then the night they won it, he gave up a home run in his first at bat. What's it like for you seeing him have that resiliency and be able to?
It didn't surprise me at all because he really stays in the moment. We always tell everybody one pitch, one play at a time. Live in the moment. If things don't go right, so what? Next pitch, next play. Just like in life, next second, next minute, next hour. You got a bad day, next day's better. So he's really locked into the moment. He's been trained like that from a young age, and he's naturally, his parents are real upbeat, positive people, and his mindset is very strong. He's not going to be deterred by, someone hitting a home run off him. He's not going to lose his confidence. He's going to believe in himself. I remember looking at him here like a shocked look, like, I can't believe that just happened. But then he came right back, and the next day and did well. I mean, he is going to compete at a high level. And what I loved so much about it is, he didn't back down. He kept throwing strikes. A lot of people would have lost their composure. I've seen kids do it where they give up a home run and then they can't throw the ball over the plate. They lose their confidence, but not Gavin.
When we talked 2 weeks ago, you talked about what it might mean for the Barbe community, obviously for the younger generation, but now that it's happened, what does him winning the national championship? He's not your first national champion.
No, but he's the first guy on the mound at the end of the game. And we've had a lot of, Nick Bourgeois pitched in the College World Series. We've had the Jordans. We've had Jeff Robinson, Neil Cimino, Chad Cooley won a couple. Davis Mesh won one at Mississippi State. But we've never had a pitcher be on the mound when the team won and when LSU won.
So what does that mean for the Barbe community?
I mean, I think what it means is, first of all, you're happy for Gavin Guidry and his family and that he played at Barbe. But I think what it does, it gives not even kids from Barbe, but all kids hope that, hey, if I work really hard and I do well and I excel, that can be me one day. And I really believe that's when you can impact other people's lives, that's what it's all about. And I think Gavin, through his example and his competitiveness and his will to win, that's how he impacts people. And there's going to be a lot of people, that, hey, I want to be Gavin Guidry.
What's it like seeing all these people come out? A lot of them wearing number 1 and Guidry on their back.
Oh, yeah.
What's that like for you?
I mean, it makes you feel good. He's a hero. I mean, the mayor, and it was awesome. He gave him a key to the city, and told him, hey, don't forget Lake Charles. Don't forget where you come from. I wish you the best. And he never will. He's one of those guys. He's a grounded young man.